The underground city, Coober Pedy, Australia. In the southern part of Australia, there is a town where people are forced to live underground in harsh conditions. However, despite this, many people actually move there on purpose. In the small town of Coober Pedy, summer temperatures often rise to plus 140 degrees, 104 degrees. Because of this extreme heat, the locals came up with an original way of living, underground. These dugouts provide natural coolness, protecting people from the scorching sun and heat. Many of these underground homes are quite comfortable. They are equipped with all modern conveniences, consist of several rooms, and are furnished with elegant furniture. Some even have a swimming pool. Underground in this town you can find not only houses but also shops, restaurants, and even churches. In total, about 1,500 people live in Coober Pedy. So why do people stay there if they could simply move to a normal city? The fact is, Coober Pedy is known as the opal capital of the world. Opals are precious gemstones. The town was founded almost 100 years ago after opal deposits were discovered there. Since then, the place has attracted those who want to make money mining these gemstones. And it's not only Australians who come here, but also people from dozens of other countries around the world. Because of how unusual it is, the town also attracts tourists. They come to see the opal mines, the stunning desert landscapes, and the unique underground lifestyle of the locals. The island of gas masks, Miyake, Japan. Miyake Island in Japan is a place where locals are forced to always have gas masks with them. On this small island stands Mount Oyama, a volcano that has erupted many times throughout history. In just the last 50 years, there have been 4 eruptions. The eruption in the year 2000 was so powerful that it led to the evacuation of the island's entire population. A huge amount of toxic, poisonous gas was released into the atmosphere, and Miyake became uninhabitable for several years. Around 2,500 residents were evacuated, and they were forbidden to return to the island. The restrictions were lifted only 4 years later in 2005. Even then, people were allowed to come back only under strict safety conditions. One of the most unusual aspects of life on Miyake is the need to constantly carry a gas mask. Periodic gas emissions from the volcano still occur, and the air quality can worsen very quickly. Gas masks are needed to protect people from the harmful fumes. Despite all this, the island is famous for its natural beauty: lush forests, hot springs, and beautiful sea views. Many tourists come here, and the island is especially popular among divers and fishermen. The town, where it's forbidden to die, Longyearbyen, Norway. In Norway, there is a settlement famous for the fact that its residents are, in a sense, forbidden to die there. This place is the town of Longyearbyen, located on the Svalbard archipelago. About 2,500 people live here, and it is one of the northernmost settlements in the world. The distance to the North Pole is only about 1,500 kilometers. The air temperature in Longyearbyen has never risen above plus 121 degrees, 70 degrees. That is considered a record. Usually summers are much colder, and in winter the temperature often drops to 40 degrees, 40 degrees. Here, 4 months of the year are polar night. During all this time, the sun never rises above the horizon, and people live in almost complete darkness. Because of the harsh climate and permafrost, strict rules apply to death and burial. Bodies simply do not decompose in the frozen ground, so seriously ill residents are sent to more southern regions of Norway. If death happens suddenly, the body is also taken out of the town as soon as possible and buried in a milder climate. There is another reason: dangerous neighbors. In this region, the main predators are polar bears. The remains of any living creatures, whether humans or, for example, cats, can attract them. Because of this, it is forbidden for residents of Longyearbyen to keep cats. And when leaving the town limits, by law, a person must carry a rifle for protection from bears. Despite all this, Longyearbyen functions like a normal town. There are shops, restaurants, schools, hospitals, and all the necessary facilities for daily life. The largest favela, Rocinha, Brazil. Rocinha is a district in the city of Rio de Janeiro and the largest favela in Brazil. Favela is the word used for Brazilian slums. Rocinha is located on a steep hillside, and according to some estimates, up to 100,000 people live there. Many houses are built from improvised materials and often lack basic utilities, such as running water. Because of this, many parts of the district are characterized by unsanitary conditions. Narrow, winding streets make it difficult to move around, and emergency services often struggle to reach people in need. During heavy rains, floods and landslides frequently occur, making life in Rocinha even more dangerous. One of the most serious problems in the area is the high level of crime and violence. Many favelas are controlled by gangs that engage in fierce conflicts with rival groups and the police. These shootouts make many parts of Rocinha extremely dangerous. Innocent residents often get caught in the crossfire, which creates an atmosphere of fear and insecurity. Many crimes go unsolved, and sometimes the police even avoid entering certain areas. Residents of Rocinha often face discrimination from the rest of society. It is harder for them to get good jobs, receive quality education, and as a result, to improve their lives and break out of poverty. A one-person town, Manawai, USA. Imagine an entire town where only one person lives. This place really exists. It is called Manawai, and it is located in the central part of the United States. The town's only resident is a woman named Elsie Eiler. She is at the same time the mayor, treasurer, librarian, and even the bartender in the only operating cafe. Elsie handles all the city's affairs, from paying taxes to applying for government funding to keep the town's utilities running. Once, Manawai was an ordinary small town with almost 200 residents. There was a post office, a school, and several businesses. But over time, young people started moving away to bigger and more vibrant places in search of better opportunities. By the early 2000s, only Elsie and her husband Rudy remained in Manawai. When he passed away in 2004, Elsie became the town's sole resident. Despite this, she continues to run the local cafe, which has become a popular stop for curious tourists. She also maintains a small library named in honor of her late husband. The library holds several thousand books and is open to anyone who wishes to visit.